8 o'clock and we are ready for a massage class. So we are
Manel
and Nicole, if you don't know us yet. And yes, we are ready to start the massage class. So if it's your first time, just follow us. And if it's not your first time, also follow us. But if you have the feeling it goes a little bit fast, don't worry. We are here to just enjoy the massage. And if you have any questions, you can look down in the comments how to reach us. Yeah, I think we should just start.
Let's do it.
Yes. So just follow and be in meditation state. That's the idea. And 30 minutes you receive and 30 minutes give.
Yes. So we will start with one of you laying on the floor, and then you come here on the knees between the feet, and we start with white crew being here now, this moment. We're going to heal our partner, warm up your hands, your heart, and then we place hands on the level of the joint and we palm press together both feet. 3 steps we divide the feet into 3 steps, and then we rock the feet forward every one of the steps. So we go 3 steps out and then 2 steps in, back to the starting point. Then we do 1 foot at a time, so we do the 3 steps of the feet, walking, rocking the feet forward, out to the joint of the big toe, and then back 2 steps in to the starting point on the joint of the feet. Now we get with the side of the hand and we press, karate hand, with the side of the hand we press on the calf muscle, and we do a walking 3 steps all the way up until below the knee. At the knee we never press the bone of the knee patella, but we give pressure with the fingertip to the tissue around patella, and under the pressure we do circles. And then we go up and we press down on quadriceps, 3 steps, we do pressure down, walking to the top of the leg, and then we get down 2 steps until 2, 3, 4 fingers from the knee. We get the, again, fingertip to press around the tissue of the knee, and circles, and then we get down with karate hand, giving pressure to the calf all the way to the heel, and from the heel of the feet we do again the palm press, walking, rocking the feet forward, 3 steps, out and in. Now we use the thumbs, the ball of the thumbs, to press on the area of the sole of the feet. We get the fingers on the top of the foot and we press and rock the feet forward. Many different locations we can press on the area of the sole, central line, and then we can also press along 3 different spots along the arch muscle. And then after this 6, 7, 8 times pressure, we get again palm press walking out and in along the structure of the feet, rocking the feet forward. Now we get the feet up. Hands are on the top of the foot, close by to the joint, and we apply pressure down to stretch, not too hard, close to the joint, and then we reduce the tension. Now we get with the hands on the top of the foot and we press down a bit harder, a bit deeper, and then reduce after 5 seconds. Now we get to the toes and we do hard, pressure down, and then we reduce the pressure, then we get down to medium, we stretch down, and then we reduce the pressure, and then we get to the starting point on the top of the foot, very close to the joint, and we do soft. Now we open the feet and then we do a walking out and in on these 3 steps of the feet to the joint of the big toe and back to the joint of the feet. Now we want to work at 1 leg at a time, so we get the right hand side leg and we bend into 45-degree foot, gets to the level of the knee, and then we move on front of the knee. We get hands in this position like a butterfly hands, and we use this to push the upper leg down to the mat. 3 different steps. So first step close to the knee joint, second step in between joints in the middle, third steps on the top of the leg. We hold a bit, some seconds, back to 2, and then back to 1. 3 or 4 fingers above the knee. Then we need to move back to the center, and we open the leg a bit into 90 degrees. We sit on the mat between the feet, and we need to use 1 leg on the top of the leg to lock on the mat, and then the other foot, outside foot, push behind the knee up to the shoulder, and we hold hard, stretching 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension, we sit a bit forward and we push a bit more, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension and we repeat again. Third time we push and we hold hard 5 seconds. After we reduce the tension on the leg, we sit a bit behind, and the foot that was pushing gets now below, and the inside foot apply the pressure in. So we do slowly pressure in close to the knee, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, we press and we hold. Then we get to the top of the leg, below the joint, apply pressure in. Then we get back to the center, to the middle, press and hold. And then we get to 1, and then we give pressure and we hold. Hard pressure 5 seconds. Then we get the feet on the area and we do a walking from the knee joint to the upper joint. We go up and down. And then we leave the foot on the mat and we change position into the knees. So we are now on the knees. We are with the knees on the top of the foot of your partner, and we use fingers interlock and heel of the hand apply pressure in, and under the pressure we do a circle. First pressure at 4 fingers from the knee on the upper leg. Second pressure a bit more up to the middle top of the leg. We first apply the pressure in to the tissue, and then we do a circle under the pressure. So we do 3 steps going up to the top of the leg, and then we do 2 steps down to the starting point. Then we use the ice picking. So now we press with the thumbs a bit below level of the bone, and we do 4 times pressure to this tissue of the upper leg with the thumbs below the level of the bone until the top of the leg. And then we get back to the middle and we get back to 1. Then we relax. Now we use the fingertip in the center line of the calf and we pull the whole leg back. We do 1 step on the head of the calf. After we go a bit below and we do pull in from the center line of the calf, hooking with the fingers on the center line, and then we pull back. Then the third step is above the Achilles tendon. We get back to the middle, and then we get back to the head of the calf. Now we get the fingers interlock and we use the heel of the hand to apply the pressure into the muscle of the calf, and we push out of the bone. So we do first step at the head of the calf. Second step is a bit below in the center of the calf. Third step we do at the tissue of the Achilles tendon above, back to the center, and back above to the head of the calf, and then we relax. Now we use the outside hand to push the knee forward and we go up into half knee. So my foot of the half knee is touching the hip, her foot is at the groin, outside hand on the knee, inside hand on the other leg to apply 10% pressure. 90% we push. We push with the groin on the foot, the knee to the center chest, and we hold 5 seconds, 3 times. And then 3, we hold, and after that we reduce the tension. Now the hand of the knee gets to the hamstring and the inside hand cups the heel. So now we're going to push with the outside hand the knee to the center chest, and the inside hand push the foot to the opposite shoulder. We hold 5 seconds, we reduce the pressure, and now we repeat again. Down, knee to center chest and foot up to the opposite shoulder, and then we repeat again 3 times, push the knee to the chest and the foot to the opposite shoulder. Now the knee up gets down to the mat, you change the knees and the knee down gets up, and now we leave the leg straight in the top of our leg, hand cups the heel, and the forearm, the same forearm in the same arm, push on the toes. We do 3 times, pushing with the forearm on the toes, 5 seconds hard, 3 steps. And after the third step, we change the knees. The knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and we do knee to chest, foot to butt. We do 50-50, hard, 3 times, 2, and 3. After the third time, we lift the leg down, we shake behind the knee, and then we keep moving, going to the center, back, and then we start with the other leg. So we bend the leg, we place ourselves in front of the knee, hands on butterfly, and push down the 3 steps of the upper leg. Slowly and deep you push down, butterfly hands, and then we get down 2 steps. So we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3 steps up, and then reversing 2 steps down. We open the leg 90 degrees. We sit between the legs. One leg is on the top to support the leg down, and one push the knee of the bent leg up. Deep pushing from behind the knee, and then we reduce the tension. We can sit a bit forward, and then you do a second time, and then you reduce the tension on the leg, and then we push again 3 times, and then we reduce the tension on the leg. Now we get a bit backwards on the inside foot, so the outside foot slides down and the inside foot apply pressure in 3 steps. First step close to the knee. Second step is at the middle, between joints. Third step in the top of the leg, below the joint. Then we get back to 2, between joints in the middle of the hamstring. And then 1, we apply pressure in and we hold 5 seconds. Then we do a walking with the feet on the area of the hamstring, up and down, pulling on the foot. Then we leave foot on the mat and we get up into the knees. I raise the leg up of my partner, my knees are on the top of her foot, and then I do the nutcracker, pressure to the tissue at the level of the bone, 3 or 4 fingers from the knee and a circle under the pressure. And we do the 3 steps of the leg, going to the top of the leg, pressure in, circle under the pressure, we go up and down. Then we interlock fingers and we do now the ice picking, pressure in with the thumbs to the tissue, 1, 2, 3, to the top of the leg, and then we get back to 2 and 1. When you finish, you relax, and now we focus with the tip of the fingers on the line behind the calf, and slowly we pull and we hold. First pulling is from the center line of the calf at the level of head of the calf. Then we get below and we pull from below. Then we get a bit more below to above Achilles tendon and we pull from the center line of the calf, finger hooking, back to the middle, and then back to the head of the calf. Then we interlock fingers and now we apply the pressure with the heel of the hand to the tissue of the calf and we push forward. So we first do at the head of the calf, second is at the middle, third is below, back to 2 to the middle, and 1 to the head of the calf. When you finish, you relax, and then we use the outside hand to push the knee forward, and then you go up into half knee, and then we push the knee to the center chest. So the groin push on the foot, and the knee goes direction to the sternum. We do 5 seconds, 2, we hold on the stretching, maximum tension, 5 seconds, and then slowly, of course, and then 3, we push and we hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg, the hand of the knee gets to the hamstring, you push the knee to the center chest, and this hand comes behind the hip. So we push knee to the center chest and the foot up to the shoulder, and then we reduce the tension and we go again, 2, we push and we hold, then we reduce the tension and we go again, 3, push and push, we hold, and then after we change the knee, so the knee up, gets down, the knee down, gets up, and then we leave the leg straight, hand cups the heel, forearm on the toe, and you push the toes to stretch on the calf. We do 3 times, 5 seconds, 2 and 3. After the third time, we change the knee, 1 knee down, 1 knee up, and then we do knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, hard, 3 times, 2 and 3. So after the third time, we leave the leg down, we shake, and we tell them to change position. PTO, please turn over, and we get, when they change position with the chest, now we get on the between the feet, toes are looking inside, and we do 3 times palm press on the feet. Then we get with the palms on the calf, and we do palm press down on the calf 3 steps until 3 fingers below the knee. We never press behind the knee. So you jump on the knee and then you do 3 steps, palm press on the hamstrings, all the way up to the crease of the butt, and then we reverse all the way down until the feet. So we do palm press up and down. Then we use the thumbs and we do fingers on the side of the leg to support, and you give deep pressure to the center line from the Achilles tendon all the way. We do thumb press walking along the center top line of the calf. You jump on the knee and then you do thumb press walking along the center line of the hamstring all the way up until ischiotibialis, and then after the tendons we get down all the way, thumb press walking up and down all the way until the Achilles tendon. So when you reach the Achilles tendon, now we do palm press walking, 3 steps on the calf, pressure down, we skip the knee, we never press behind the knee, and then when you reach on the crease of the butt, we change position, we get out half knee on one side, knee on the other side, and we jump from the crease of the butt to the low back, and now we press on the back, but we never press the spine, so we want to press beside the spine with the heel of the hands on this butterfly hand position. Then we get to the middle, the same, we never press the spine. Then we get to below scapulas, we press and we hold, and then we get to the top of the scapula and we press down, and then we do a walking down all the way down beside the spine until the low back, and then we stretch again on the low back 5 seconds. Then we use the thumbs, fingers to support. We start on the sacrum and we press down on both sides of the spine. We want to go up with pressure down to the tissue beside the bone of the spine. We never press bones, so we go all the way up until the level of the shoulders. We do pressure both sides beside the spine all the way until the line of the shoulder, and then we do a thumb press walking down. We still apply some pressure down to the tissue beside the spine, and when you reach now on the sacrum walking down, then we do butterfly palm press at the low back. We get with the feet inside between the legs and we place our knees on the crease of the butt, and then we place the arms all the way with palm facing up along the body, and we do butterfly palm press all the way along the back, 4 steps. We do pressure beside the spine until the scapula, same before, and from the scapula we do a walking all the way out to the deltoid. Then we do 3 steps down to the elbow. From the elbow we jump, we do 3 steps down to the line of the wrist, and then we get on the wrist, they get the wrist, and then we go up and we pull cobra hard 5 seconds, then we reduce the tension. Second time we go up halfway and then we pull one arm one side, slowly we do a transition to the other side, 5 seconds, then we go to the middle, we pull up again, and then we go down. We place the arms down, and then we do a walking from the line of the wrist to the elbow, 3 steps. Then we jump on the elbow, 3 steps to the shoulder. Then we do a walking down to the low back, and in here we do pushing up from the hip. We get to the knees between the legs, and we do a palm press walking down on the legs, 3 steps on each part of the leg until the feet. And on the feet we close hands and we use the knuckles on the sole, walking 3 steps on each foot. Then we tell them to change. PTO, please turn over to the back. And then in this position we get the legs together, we pull to stretch, and then we go up, we push the knees, we get the feet below the knees, get my wrists, we pull them up, and then we push and pull 5 seconds, and then we let them on sitting position. Then now we want to focus on the shoulder, so we want to apply the pressure with the heel of the hands. We first place them straight, and from nearby the neck we do 3 steps, palm press on the shoulder, going out, 1 centimeter every step until 2/3 of the shoulder, and then back down to the center. Now we use the thumbs and we apply the pressure to this area 4 fingers above beside collarbone. Don't give pressure nearby collarbone. And then we press 5 seconds, 3 points that we found at 2/3 of the shoulder from the corner between neck and shoulder. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then we do again palm press on the shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Palm press, thumb press, and palm press. Then we get down and we massage shoulder many times. And then we put the head down to stretch trapezius at the level of the cervicals, and we use the eyes picking. Again, pressure is beside the cervical and the pressure direction is to the cervical. Don't press the muscles of the neck. We press the tissue beside the bone. So we are pressing very close to the cervical. 4 steps going up, 4 steps going down, and then 4 steps going up. And when you reach up for a second time, we lean the head up, and then we do shampoo, head massage, freestyle. And after shampoo, we do chop, chop, hands together, fingers open, and you can do shoulder and scapula between scapula and spine and the other side. Then we do circles, and we rush, na-a, na-wa, roka, payati, vinasanti. And now we change.
And now we change.
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll do the same sequence. So if this was a bit fast for you, don't worry. Next week we do again the same sequence. So the idea is that we give and receive every week massage. And if you do this more often, one day it's like brushing your teeth, you know, it goes all automatically. So we switch. The knees are very relaxed. After the massage, the knees are in between the ankles, so we sit on our butt. We place the hands above the feet, not touching yet, arms straight, back straight, and then I'm touching the tip of the fingers on the top of the foot, the heel of the hand on the side, and go down together, and then we roll open. Now we go to the middle, we press in the middle of the foot, we press and we roll open. Now we go to the toes. The heel of the hand is pressing the side of the foot down, and then you roll open. Now we go to the middle, press and roll open. Then next to the ankle, press and roll open. Now we do the same thing with walking. So we go one side and you roll open. Other side and you roll open. Middle foot, the toes, and keep on rolling. I want to see the sole of the feet. Going back, going to middle, and beginning. And in this rocking motion, we go calf muscle. So here's the bone. We don't press on the bone. The pinky finger is touching the shin bone. I go in the beginning of the calf. I'm not pressing the bone, only next to the shin bone. 1, 1. And then we go to middle, and 3, 3. So it's like you're crawling. I'm really leaning on my arms. Now we're gonna massage the knee. Tip of the finger above, heel of the hand below, and you press with the tip of the fingers. You press with the heel of the hand. I'm making circles, but we don't press on the kneecap itself. Now we go up with the body weight. We're gonna walk on the thigh. We don't press the knee, so we start here. 1, 1. We go a little bit higher for 2, 2, and a little bit higher for 3, 3. And it's really nice to lean in with all your body weight. Don't press too much on the heel of the hand, but put the weight in the full hand. And then we go back down, and you stop before the knee. We never are on the knee, so the tip of the fingers above, the heel of the hand below, and we massage. We don't press the kneecap itself. Now you walk again, pinky finger touches the shin bone, not on the bone. You walk on the calf, you lean in quite strong, like you're crawling. 2, 2. and 1, 1. Now in this motion we go to the feet. One side, roll open, one side, roll open. Middle of the foot, middle of the foot. The toes, we go back to middle, middle, and beginning, and beginning. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So not with the tip, but the ball of the thumb. We place the tip of our fingers on the top of the foot and we're just pressing with the thumb, 2 thumbs at the same time. So it's like I'm leaning in like this. So you just slide over, not on the toes, not on the ball of the foot, and you just slide with 2 thumbs at the same time on the sole of the foot. We do this 6 times. So now in the middle somewhere, 6 different positions. Now just before you reach the heel, and then another position all on the sole of the feet. 6 times in the middle and just before the big toe bone. After that we palm press again. So the thumb is next to the index finger and I go one side, other side, middle, middle, toes, toes, go back to middle, middle, and beginning, beginning. Now we're going to work on the top of the feet. So we change the position, thumb inside, finger outside. We start near the ankle and we do soft down. So the sole of the feet are going towards the mat. Now we go to the middle. You lean, 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 lean. And then we do the toes. You lean deeper, 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 deeper until you think it's enough for your partner. And then we go back to the middle and the beginning. Now we flap the feet open again and we palm press walking. One side, other side, middle foot, the toes, we'll go back to middle and beginning and beginning. We're going to work on one leg at a time. So on my right side, I bend the knee. The foot is stick to the knee. I'm going to change my position. My belly is above the knee. I'm going to place my hands like that. We call it butterfly. So not on the knee, we slide forward and in 3 steps I'm leaning in with my body weight. I go a little bit higher for 2, lean in on the side. And for 3, the end of the leg, lean in. We go back to the middle and just before you reach the knee. Now I'm going to open the knee. So now the knee is 90 degrees. Foot is still on the floor. I'm going to sit on my butt. I'm placing my knee on the straight leg to support. Both hands on both feet. My right leg is going to be with the foot in the place of the corner on the hamstring. And I'm just opening the groin, going forward. So my hand is moving with the foot. 1, straightening my leg, go back. Now maybe you can sit forward a bit. Try to place the knee towards the armpit. For 2, we're increasing the flexibility of our partner. And 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm yawning. Oh, I'm so relaxed. So now, the second part is we're going to place the leg that was pressing underneath the leg. And my toes are pointing towards me. Now, my other leg is going to be in the hamstring. Both hands still on the feet. And you press with the foot on the hamstring really, really strong. And we go to the middle. You press really strong on the hamstring and the foot, the leg stays in the same position. And we go on the end. So we're pressing on the hamstring really strong. It's like you want to press the foot through the bone, but that's of course not possible. Middle and just down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. The foot that was here, we place it back. So now my 2 feet are on the hamstring. We hold the feet on the hands on the feet and we just palm press walking slowly on the hamstring and back, up and down. After that, we're going to sit on our knees. Sit on your knees, put the foot a little bit inwards, left hand on the heel, right hand under the knee, and you place the knee up. Now my knees are going to be on top of the foot of my partner. I'm going to interlace my hands. I'm going to place not on the knee, a little bit lower, and we squeeze the heel of the hand, and while you're squeezing, we make a circle. 1. We go to middle, squeeze and make a circle. 2. The end. Squeeze and make a circle. Go back to middle. Squeeze and make a circle. And the beginning. Squeeze and make a circle. And then we're going to do the same, but then with the thumbs. So not on the knee, you slide down a bit and you press the thumbs towards each other. 1, a little bit lower. For 2, press, press, press. It's quite strong. And if it's painful, just breathe out when you're feeling it. And then maybe you have some bruises tomorrow. It's okay, it will go away. 2 and back to 1. Thumbs pressing towards each other. And now you just relax because it can be very sensitive. We're going to go on the calf. So now we place the hands like that, cupping. The more you cup, the heavier it is. You place the fingers behind, above, on the top of the calf. The more you hook, my nails are touching each other and I'm leaning backward. 1. Now I'm placing the nails towards each other, but then in the middle, and I'm hooking, I'm cupping with my fingers. And then down on Achilles, down. We go back to middle and just under the knee. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now hands interlaced and we squeeze the heel of the hands together and we go forward while squeezing. 1. We do the middle, 2, and we do 3. Now we'll go back for 2 and 1. And then we relax the leg. Now knee to chest is next. Place the knee up, foot in the groin. Place the foot next to the hip. Place your knee on the knee. Hand on the knee, this hand on the straight leg. Only 10% on the straight leg and you lean forward 90% all the way forward. 1. And we go back. We do this 3 times, so 2 more. 2, lean in and back. And 3, leaning, 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 leaning. Now the hand that was on the knee goes to the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg can cup the heel like that. Cupping the heel. So I'm pressing with the hand on the hamstring towards the sternum. So the knee goes in the middle of the breast. And then I'm trying to straighten the leg to the opposite shoulder. Yeah? And then we go to second. Press on the hamstring and try to straighten the leg to the opposite shoulder. And 3. Press and try to stretch. Now, we place the knee down, other knee up, stretch the leg. I'm going to place the foot of my partner on my leg. You cannot really see it, so I'm going to show you. The foot is on the leg, right? And I'm going to place my hand like that, so his toe will be here. I'm going to show you, looks like this, okay? Now, I'm going to stand here. And then the hand is on the straight leg and I'm pressing down. 1. So the idea is to place the toe towards the shin bone. 2. Leaning, leaning, leaning. And 3. So I'm stretching Achilles tendon. Now we place the knee to the chest and the foot to the butt. My knee down, other knee up. And you press. 1. And 2 and 3. 3 times. Now we're going to place the leg down and then we do tuk 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 and palm circle the knee. We do everything on the other side. So we place the foot to the knee. We're gonna sit with our belly above the knee, hands in butterfly position, and I'm leaning in. 1. Go to middle. 2, we go to middle. 3, lean in. Go back to the middle and the beginning. Now we're going to place the leg in 90 degrees. I'm going to sit next to the straight leg, my knee on the knee of my partner, and now my outside foot is going to be in the corner of the knee. Both hands on the feet. Knee going towards the armpit. 1. Opening the hip. Maybe a little bit forward. 2. Opening the hip. And 3. So the idea is to stretch my leg. Now the leg that was straight is going to go underneath. My other foot is going to be on the hamstring. Pressing on the hamstring. 1. And then to the middle, press really strong on the hamstring. The end, press, press, press. And we go back to the middle. And to the beginning. It's always so nice to give the second massage. I'm totally relaxed from the massage. Now the toes go back, so both feet are in the hamstring. My hands are still on the feet. And I'm pressing up, walking up, and walking down. Now we leave our partner as they are. We're going to sit on the knee. Place the foot in a little bit. So the knee is 45 degrees. One hand on the heel, another knee goes up. And now my knees are going to be on top of my partner's foot. I place the hands interlaced, not on the knee. We go down a bit and we squeeze the heel of the hand together and we make a circle. 1. We do that to the middle. 2 and 3 in the end. We go back to the middle. And just next to the knee, press and make a circle. Now we're going to have the hands interlaced again. Place the thumbs towards each other. So not on the knee, slide down a bit. And I'm pressing with the thumbs towards each other. 1. We go down for 2. A little bit down for 3. And a bit down for 2 back. And just before the knee, 1 again. And then we relax. Now we're going to work on the calf. So we have the hands like that. Cup the hands. My nails are touching each other. The more you cup, the heavier it is. So we go under the knee. The heavier, not for me, for my partner. And I lean back. 1. Go to the middle. And lean back. And then, kill it. Lean back. Then the middle. And then under the knee. Now have the hands interlaced, we squeeze and we go forward. 1. And then in the middle we squeeze, 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 go forward. And then down, squeeze, go forward. And then the middle and the beginning. And then we just freestyle relax. Now we're going to place knee to chest. So knee up, the foot in your groin. Yeah, your outside groin. Now my foot is really touching his hip on this side. Hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. 10% here and 90 forward, leaning in. 1. Second time, only 10% here and not too much. And you lean, lean, lean. And then for 3, lean. Sorry, I'm going a lot. I'm so relaxed. Next time I go the last one. Go straight back. Now the hand that's on the knee goes to hamstring. The hand on the straight leg is going to cup the heel like that. And then you press in the hamstring and you try to straighten the leg. 1. We go to the middle. We press and we try to straighten the leg. 2. And then 3. We lean in on the hamstring and we try to straighten the leg to the opposite shoulder. So 50-50. Now I'm going to place my knee down, other knee up, hand under the knee to not overstretch. And then straighten the leg. Now, hold the heel like that. The big toe under the forearm. And my hand on the straight leg. And then you lean in. 1. And 2. So it's not about high, it's about low. And then stretching with all your body weight on the big toe. And the 3rd time, stretching Achilles. Now we place the knee towards the chest. And the foot to the butt. Change your knees. 1 knee down, other knee up. 3 times. Lean in, use body weight. 1. And 2. Knee to chest, foot to butt. 50-50 with your body weight. Press on the knee, press on the foot. Now we're stretching the knee down. And shake, shake, shake. How to shake? Just like that. Tuk, 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 under the knee. And then go to the stomach. Now, you ask your partner to lie on the chest, on the stomach. And then we're going to be with the knees in between the ankles again. And this time we're going to work on the back of the legs. So, and the feet. So we palm press walking first. Everywhere along the feet. Freestyle, 3 steps. Now we're going to work on the calf. Fingers pointing towards your partner. Start in the beginning, beginning, just on the middle, pressing to the mat. 2, 2 and 3, 3. We never want to press on the back of the knee. Now we go up with the body weight. We lean on the hamstring. 1, 1, middle of the hamstring. All your body weight, go really deep. Lean in there. And then under the butt. So very nice to use a lot of pressure. There on the hamstring. 2, 2. And then never press the knee. Please never press the knee. So we stop before the knee. We sit on our butt. We jump over the knee. And we walk on the calf muscle in 3 steps down to the feet. And then we palm press on the feet. And then we're ready to work with our fist. So we place our hands into fist like that. And you just lean in one side, other side. Oh, I'm so relaxed, I'm forgetting the thumb. So we walk with the thumbs up. Walk with the thumbs up. So we walk with the thumbs, starting with the Achilles tendon, all the way up until you reach the knee. So I'm just thumb press walking, like I'm leaning in with my body weight. Now, you don't press the back of the knee. We skip the knee. We go up with the body weight and we thumb press walking over the legs up. Thumb press walking over the legs up, all the way up, until you reach the sitting bone. Until you reach the sitting bone. And when you reach the sitting bone, we're gonna go down again. Thumb press walking, down again. Middle of the hamstring, just leaning in. Every time it's like you're crawling, but now it's on the thumbs. Not the tip, but the ball. We never press the back of the knee, so we also skip the back of the knee and we walk on the calf down. We walk on the calf down and then we palm press again up. In 3 steps on the calf, in 3 steps on the calf, skipping the knees, skipping the knees all the way up. Now we're changing position. 1 knee like that and 1 foot up. So my partner's in between my legs. And if the arms are not down yet, you can place the partner's arms down, a little bit bent. So place your hands into this position. We never press on the spine, 1 hand on one side, 1 hand on the other side, and you lean in. And then we go a little bit higher for 2, a little bit higher for 3. You can move with your knee up. And then 4 is on the scapula, very nice. And then we walk down. And now really need massage. He has been giving a lot of massage today, all day. So it's very nice, no, to end your day with a massage. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So you feel where the spine is. You place 1 thumb on one side, 1 thumb on the other side. So the spine is in between. So the thumbs are on this position, yeah? Not too close. So I'm pressing, and with the nails I feel the spine, but I'm not on the spine. So I'm just like pressing together. You have the thumbs very close to the spine, but not on the spine. And you jump 2 thumbs at the same time. Super easy. You just need to lean in with your body weight. Place your thumbs next to the spine and lean in with your body weight. That's the only thing you have to do, to lean in with the body weight. You don't have to really like do this kind of movements. It's just easy. Just lean in like you want to stand on your thumbs. So you go all the way up. How far? Until you reach the top corner of your partner's scapula. And then we thumb press walking down. Thumb press walking down. So be sure that you're never pressing the spine. My thumbs are touching the spine, but I'm not pressing on the spine. That's very different. So all the way down. When you reach down, we're going to have our hands in butterfly position, not on the spine. Now, changing my body. I'm standing in between the legs, placing the knees down. And if you like, you can place the feet up if you're not falling down. Now, we walk up next to the spine, all the way up until you reach the scapula. And then we walk in 3 steps over the arms down on the upper arm. So the same now, we never press the knee. We also don't press the elbow. We skip the elbow. We walk down over the lower arm. And then you can stretch the hands. It's always very nice, especially if you're working all day in the computer. This now, you place your feet down. Now, place your feet down. I'm on the mat. Now, we hold each other's wrist. Hold each other's wrist. And then you lean back slowly, slowly. And your partner look up to the ceiling. And you too, if you like. And we go back. Second time. We go up. We move one side. We move the other side. And then your partner look up to the ceiling. And down. And then we place the hands like that again. If you wish, you can place the feet up if you're not falling. And then you walk in 3 steps over the lower arm, skipping the elbow on the upper arm, 3 steps on the upper arm, and then walking next to the spine down. And when you're in the lower part of the back, you pull yourself up. You skip the butt, you walk in 3 steps on the hamstring, skipping of course the knee, walking down on the calf muscle. And now we're going to work with the fist. So you place the fist on the sole of the feet, leaning in one side, other side, one side, other side. And then we ask our partner to turn on the back. And now we're going to place the feet up. Be careful of your own back. Place the feet up. Stretch a bit and then place your knees down. Place your partner in lotus position. Important is that the feet are underneath your knees. You walk forward. You hold each other's wrist. Hold each other's wrist, right? Otherwise you slip. And you go up with your body and you can bend your knees a lot. And then you walk, walk, walk down. And then we walk behind. Now you place your partner's back straight. Fingers behind. We're going to press on the trapezius muscle. 4 fingers at least from the collarbone. And you lean in next to the neck. I'm doing both sides at the same time. A little bit wider. And only a little bit wider, not too wide. We don't want to press here on the shoulder. We go back for 2. And 1. And now we're going to work with the thumbs. 4 fingers from the collarbone next to the neck. You lean in with 2 thumbs at the same time. A little bit wider for 2. Just a little bit wider for 3, only 2/3 of the shoulder. Go back to 2. And 1. And then again we do palm press. Together. One side and the other side together. 2, 3, not too far. We don't want to press on the shoulder bone. Back to 2. And 1. Now we're going to sit on our knees. We're going to massage the trapezius muscle on both sides at the same time. It's like you're kneading a bread. I'm making a big circle like that. Really nice to go really deep with your thumbs. So you feel some kind of little nuts in the size of a pea or maybe the size of a little ball, and you try to break them. So we try to take out this sticky fascia that is pressing the nerves, and therefore you maybe have pain. And now after doing all that, we'll place the head of our partner down, and then we're going to work the neck. So we start the C7, that's this bump here. We don't go too far out, we just stick very close to the spine, yeah, to the vertebrae here. So we place the hands interlaced, we work with the thumbs. So you start the C7, thumbs very close to the vertebrae, and you try to place the thumbs towards each other on either side. So we do about 4 steps. So it's like how you pick up a rabbit, yeah? It's really high next to the vertebrae. So you press the thumbs towards each other. Don't press the head of your partner down. Don't press that too much. It's only about the thumbs going together. Up, and then you go down, 2 thumbs towards each other, pressing down. Maybe 3, 4 steps, depends how tall the neck is. And then you go up again, pressing slow and deep, really close towards the spine, towards the vertebrae. Now we place the head up and we just massage very nicely. We do shampoo everywhere on the head, on the hair, or if no hair, just on the head. Yeah? Super nice. Quite strong is nice. So now we're going to chop. How to chop? We place the hands together. It's like you have a coin inside. We don't press on the side of the hand. We press the pinky fingers. The wrist is loose. The fingers are loose. You start near the neck. You go out, in, between the scapula and the spine. Only halfway. We don't want to press the kidneys. Then we go up. And then we do the other side. We go out next to the neck, out, in, next to the spine and the scapula, only halfway, and up again. And then we circle on either side, together, down and up. Now wants to go to bed too. And then we do 5 times down. And when you hear Manel, he was doing a mantra. And I also do that. It's Na'a, Nawa, Roka, Payati, Finasanti. And it means I hope you feel better now than before. Kap kon ka, which means thank you in Thai. So that's the whole sequence. How do you feel?
Better.
Me too. So super nice. And again, some of you are practicing every week. We cannot see you, but we hear that you're watching. So that's great. You signed up for the class. So that's really great. But if this was your first time and you think, wow, that's a little bit fast, we also have the ebook that you can download. You see the pictures, and practice makes perfect, and you can come every week on Sunday. Right?
Right.
We have a lot to talk about, but I think now you just want to relax. And if you are thinking, oh, I don't feel exactly the same like you guys look very relaxed, that's a matter of practice. If you do this every week,
if
it's
somebody
like,
get this, they will feel the same.
Yes.
We did check that with thousands and thousands of people. If you get a manipulation from the feet to the head, you will feel more relaxed than before. This is a fact.
Yes. But maybe at home you are like, oh, I don't understand directly. It's not about perfection, it's about doing it.
Yeah, the most difficult is to understand what we are doing. But to do, we don't need to understand anything. We just need to do. The understanding is optional. If you are curious, then you study the facts based on physics and biology. And then you will be more excited. But this is optional.
Yes.
This is the most difficult path, the physiology of this massage movement to functional cell systems.
Yeah, that's why I always say it's like brushing your teeth. If you really think how you're brushing your teeth, that's difficult. You don't know all the names of all your teeth that you're brushing or how it really, is called. You just brush. It's the same with the massage. You just do it, and the more you do it, it's very easy.
And the more you know about the impact, as more impact you also get. Information is power.
Yes.
So information is power on all the sense. When you do something by understanding what you're doing, then you do better. And when you know what is happening to your body, then the effect is also better. Because, the mind is amazing. And if you believe, it's double time better.
Yes, but I don't think you have to believe. You just have to experience.
Correct. Until you know, you don't have to believe. Until you know. When you know, we don't have to believe. We know that it is like that.
Yeah. That's it.
So it's like...
So,
Yes.
Anyway, just if you like to have more information, you can read the ebook, and then you know all the facts and why this massage is so healthy and why we're so happy to do this every week. And this was week number 16. We're doing this already, the same sequence every week on Sunday, week number 16. And week number 17 is next week, and we hope to see you again then.
Sure. I will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.